pay too much attention to the individual. The individual would learn whatever he has to do within his station, and within 15 minutes, they can learn that station. If tomorrow he doesn't come to work or she doesn't come to work, another person comes in, within 15 minutes, they learn it. They can do it. But with a courier, it's different. A courier, you drive on a route of courier, he disappears and go from customer to customer. And then he has to actually know the route, all the customers, all the custom clearance procedures, all that during his working. So we train the customer, the courier, make sure that they smile when they walk into the customer's office. If you work in a McDonald's, they have camera on you. So if you don't smile at your customer, you get say, okay, come to the back. Then they'll tell you, you are not smiling to your customer. So it's all under one roof. You can control the smile of your customer. But with courier, actually, you have to manage their whole life behind them so that they are happy. So they walk into the customer office being happy. Then we talk about the group of fish, and that's how I took the fish group, the school, into the company, and that's the normal teaching of a company, the vision, the strategy, the tactics, the budgets, all that are the things that manage company. And then we have the environment. We have the customers, the suppliers, the authority, and so on. And that's how we actually created a new breed of companies that pay attention to the courier, to the company, and to the rest of the environment. So I graduated from Humboldt State, and then I went back to Hong Kong. I told you that when I started DHL, I didn't have that much money, and I had to do a night job, moonlight at night. And I dubbed all the Bruce Lee movies. You guys are too young to know Bruce Lee. And if you watch the old movie Bruce Lee, if his English is poor, it's not his English poor, it's my English that was poor, because I was writing all of his lines. Then in 1972, I started DHL. We call it a bootstrap startup. That means actually with very little money, one person, and in Hong Kong. This is a DHL story. They started with 3 guys. The 3 partners were called Adrian Dorsey, Larry Hillblom, and Robert Lin. So DHL actually is the initials of 3 founders. It does not stand for document hopelessly lost, because most people think oh, DHL, documents hopelessly lost. Right? And they were working in 1969 in Los Angeles, and they were working for a cross-town courier, pick up in one part of town, delivery in another part of town. And they had no money, so they went to get a scholarship. Now, those of you that are smart will use the Fungs scholarship to start a company. Right? And then they were operated in the West Coast. And in 1971, they opened up New York. And then New York, 2 banks wanted them to come to Asia because at that time there was a war in Vietnam. There was a lot of GIs soldiers in Vietnam that need to be paid, and they need the information, payment information from the banks, from Hong Kong, from Okinawa, from Subic Bay, from Yokohama, and from Thailand. So they were asked to come to Hong Kong to start a courier service carrying cancelled checks and carrying payroll information back to New York. So Adrian Dorsey, the D of DHL, came to Hong Kong, and he heard that I was the operations manager of a toy company. In fact, my father knows Dr. Fungs' father. They were in the same, in the toy, at that time, in the toy business. And he was trying to sell me the courier service. In fact, he had a line, a typical line that I use ever since. He said, I can get your document to so-and-so in one day, which we could. We could get documents from Hong Kong to New York in one day, Hong Kong to San Francisco in one day, Hong Kong to Singapore in one day. And then almost within 15 minutes, the client would say, when can you start? Because they always have urgent documents. We walk in there as what we call a pain killer, a pain reliever. And a pain reliever, painkiller, pain reliever, it's like Dr. Fong would talk to a big client. I can get you the best deal, buying toys, buying furniture, everything. So we spoke for 12 hours, and then he was ready to leave. I was interested, but I asked him, I said, how much are you shipping each day? He said, good business. I'm shipping 20 kilos, like 10 kilos a day, about 20 pounds. There I was, operations manager of a toy company, shipping about 3 containers a week. And this is one guy that shipped 20 pounds a day. But I knew that the opportunity was there because everyone, the banks, the shipping companies, the trading companies, the manufacturers, all needed to ship their documents overseas. And I never knew that it would be so big, but I knew it was bigger. Then I said to him, I said, Hong Kong is too small, but if you give me the whole of Asia Pacific, I'll think about it. And then he didn't say anything. He left. And then 2 weeks later, he came back. He called me and said, Paul, I talked to my partners. You can have Asia Pacific. Now, sounds good, sounds big. But actually, Asia Pacific was only Hong Kong, Subic Bay, and Yokohama, at the time. And also only 3 customers, and probably a lot of debt. But anyway, I took that chance, and I gave my boss notice the second day. 28 days later, because it was February, I started DHL International. In the beginning, capital of $5,000 US, 3 customers, no van, no sales team, no operation team, no cross-harbor tunnel, and we used public bus. So I collect things in Central, get on a public minibus, go down to North Point Ferry, and then get on the ferry, get off the ferry, get on another bus, and then go to the airport and ship the document. So this is my daily operations. Look at the incoming telex, pick up, go to the airport. I had one girlfriend at the airport, and then one girlfriend downtown. And then eventually I had a girlfriend problem, but I'll tell you about the girlfriend problem later. Then have lunch, deliver the documents, and then change, right? Change into a suit, and then start selling in the afternoon. And then at the night, I go and dub documents at the Golden Harvest. That's Bruce Lee's movies. Except I have one girlfriend at the airport and one girlfriend downtown. The downtown girlfriend kind of watch me every day carrying dirty bags. I mean, when you ship things with airline, the bags are very dirty. And then he said one day, he said, Paul, you are a university graduate. How can you walk around Hong Kong, central Hong Kong, carrying dirty bags? So I didn't really have an answer for that because that was my job. So anyway, I don't know who dumped who, but we separated. and I heard that she's